All right, we are live. Please excuse the late startup time. Had a lot going on. Had to handle that. You know how it goes. So anyway, I'm not gonna waste any time. I'm just gonna jump right into it. A lot going on in YouTube streets. Uh, there's Anton, and then there's what's his name? Corey. I call Anton Antron because a lot of his life is fake, but we'll get into that later. Um, so without further ado, let's get the show started. This first clip is from Burb and Bougie. Let's get into it. Here we go.
Playboy released this article saying the manosphere isn't even having fun.
Ooh, sorry
And
about that.
this artwork was so compelling, it grabbed me right away. So it definitely made me want to read the article. Many of the manosphere people that have been talked about in this article have been deplatformed. So as I'm disrespectfully changing their names, that's one of the reasons, because some of these platforms don't even like mention of their names. So that's one of the reasons why I kind of alter their names to the point where you still know who I'm talking about.
Yep.
Before we get into the article, I want to remind us all that Andy T, the top potato, was knocked out by some pink gloves, and this definitely put a bow on our Christmas season. All right, let's check out this Playboy article by Magnaline Taylor. It says the last several years have been occupied with pressing questions about young men. Are they being gobbled up by the manosphere? Are they too superficial? Are they too misogynistic? Are they too online?
All the above.
Each of these questions tied themselves together in the most miserable form this weekend as several of the internet's most controversial manosphere figures came together in Miami for an evening of bad dating advice, gender war manufacturing, and anti-Semitism. In videos released over MLK Day weekend, the Tate brothers, or ex-traffickers, Nikki F., some man named Clavicular, and other Manosphere regulars were seen partying across penthouses, limos, and nightclubs, talking down to and about women while blasting Kanye West's Heil Hitler. Okay.
That right there is just ridiculous. I mean, I understand the people, the nostalgia in the old Kanye that we thought he was like. But we have to realize that Kanye West is really just another bigot. Let's keep it going. Here we go.
Okay. So in this particular article, they do put video clips. I'm not playing any of these video clips, but here we have Myron of Funky and Fraudulent and the top potato right here. Videos which also included streamer Sneakers, as well as influencer Justin Waller, among others, are ostensibly supposed to be some kind of brag to show their elite manosphere hangout to the rest of the world.
And this is the thing. If you have to keep trying to show your manhood, you're probably not a man as far as the sense of being a man. And here's the thing I don't get is these men are literally celebrating disrespecting Black women when one of the traits of being a real man throughout history, throughout different countries, is that you protect and love your women. So right there's already a huge question mark on the manospheres because they have made it clear they don't like women. And I'm not going to argue with them. I sincerely believe them. I believe, to me, they see women as an option. And a lot of the men, if they weren't going to be judged, would be dating other men from the manosphere. If they knew they wouldn't going to be judged for it, they would be doing that. So it's ironic and funny because if you watch these manosphere dudes, they exude more feminine energy than the other men they complain about. whether it be Klay Thompson, whether it be Russell Wilson. And again, and you will see today, you will see tonight how I will show you evidence and proof of how weak these men are. Here we go.
Bake on each other's clout. But really, you will see these men awkwardly standing around nightclub Vendome, preening, competing in some sort of made-up masculinity contest. The result is vile and hateful, a display of anti-Semitism and misogyny that warranted statements from local officials.
Yeah. It's funny because the whole idea behind the manosphere was an uplifting, what would you call it, genre that would basically spread what would you call a good reputation throughout, society. And they have turned out to be the complete opposite. The complete opposite. Let me keep this beat going. Here we go.
Do men deserve do high value men deserve the option to cheat? Ladies, do they deserve it? Can you tell me they deserve it? Can you say they deserve? Do high value men deserve the right to exercise options? You call it cheating. Do they deserve the right to exercise options?
All I want is my wife back, and I know I can have that.
That's what you're going to be saying soon, Anton.
I say men have the right. High value men have options. They do.
Yeah, just remember now, Kevin Samuels, the late Kevin Samuels was divorced. Yet he's telling you high value men, well, he wasn't a high value man when he was married, by the way, but high value men have options. Don't you think if somebody's divorced, like maybe that's like a quarterback from a losing team. It's like, let me show you how to throw the ball. Nah, that's okay. I think I'll wait till I find somebody who's actually did it right.
You know they have options. And if you don't like it, here are your things. Don't deal with them.
I think the idea of being tied to one female forever exclusively would be basically torturous. I want a wife in regards to her being a wife to me, but I always want my freedom. I value my freedom, and I've worked too hard to have it taken away from me.
I value sexual independence.
100%.
It's a show.
And I predict that these academics will be in hot water by this time next year. And I mean, like, he might be getting them charges.
Shocking image as embattled University of Michigan head coach Sharon Moore makes his first court appearance today. A shell of the...
He listened to Kevin. Sharon Moore lost at least $20 million listening to Kevin Samuels. Congratulations, sir. Yep. And guess who it is? Just so you know, it's still going on. There's the star of the manosphere, Sharon Moore. They literally took Kevin Samuels' advice and cheated on his wife hundreds of times with his side chick. There you go, manosphere. There's your results. There's your results of a satisfied Kevin Samuels customer right here. A satisfied Kevin Samuels customer. Well, great suit. Bad situation. Yeah, there he is, Sharon Moore, y'all. This is just a few days old too. Congratulations, Manosphere Red Pill. Your rhetoric is really hitting home. Great haircut. Excellent haircut. Looked like he dyed his beard though, but that's all good. I do too. Why not? Because Barbara hooked him up. So yeah, he thought he could cheat in peace. Henry Mars is in the house. He thought he could cheat in peace. Oh man, Henry, I got a lot of dust tonight.
Are they coming down this way or that way?
So yeah, I mean, I think everybody let the Sharon Moore thing die down. So I had to bring that back in the mix. So here, let's listen to what's going on here. I want to fast forward to the good stuff. Here we go.
Written report. There's no best understanding whether or not there is some other conference for 30 days to receive.
Can you grab my file back? All right. Date time set for probable cause conference.
Oh, this judge is famous. He does a lot of the shows. That's cool. I'm glad to see him on here.
I've had the opportunity to talk with the prosecutor. There is outstanding discovery that we need to have before we can proceed to exam. So we're asking to adjourn the probable cause conference for 30 days to receive that discovery. And the discovery, we're talking about our phone records and Title IX documents.
All he wants is his wife back, but he knows he can't have that.
Okay. Are the people going to be in possession of Title IX documents or have access to those, I guess?
Red Pill results right in front of your face, everyone.
Very good question, Your Honor.
Thank
My
you.
best understanding.
I usually ask good ones.
You do.
Go ahead.
This court always does. My best understanding in the moment is that this is not a Title IX investigation per se. My information is coming in real time, as they also say. It was a complaint apparently to the Office of the General Counsel. I have just.
Let me clarify that his wife did walk in with him in court. But let me tell you, you will not know the truth until after the proceedings. But I guarantee you, that's when she's gonna bolt. She probably made a deal with him that she'll stick around just so, for optics, right? But later on, after the court thing is done, I guarantee you she's gonna get that divorce. The same divorce that women get, that the black men of the manosphere compare about and brag about. Oh yeah, women, they divorce 70% of the time. Of course, they don't tell you because dudes be cheating 70% of the time. They don't tell you that part.
Moments before we came onto the record, been informed that there is no written report. There's no best understanding whether or not there is some other kind of investigative information that exists has yet to be ferreted out. That effort, that process is ongoing. Ms. Michaels is correct in the aspect of phone records are being sought.
Yeah. So what do you guys think about Sharon Moore? I mean, Sharon Moore he was a high value man. And he listened to the Red Pill dudes like Anton. He listened to the Red Pill dudes like Corey. He listened to Red Pill dudes like Fugazi. He listened to you all. He did what you guys said. He did what you guys wanted him to do. And look at these results. Look at the results. You got them all in here in court. You know, his side chick, you know, I don't think the bottom line is this, is that he did it to himself. Man, he was a millionaire, and different than Anton, he actually had earned that money by being a coach for years and years and years, by putting down all the effort to make the team the best it could be. And it's gone. Wasn't like Anton, who by theory was given his money. While we're talking about Anton, let's go ahead and dig into it. Here we go.
And he's a very profound, educated brother. Don't let Charleston White fool
Okay, let's go back.
here tonight. I know it's late. And
I want to let Mayberry break it down to you on what's going on with Anton. Let me know if you can hear it in the chat, the video. I just want to make sure. I know y'all can hear me, but I want to make sure you hear the video. Here we go. In fact, let me turn on the CC just in case people are. Here we go.
my dang on sweater keep crawling. How y'all doing? We're gonna jump right into this video about Anton Daniels. Give y'all a little update what's going on. I know a lot of you probably don't know him. If you don't know who I'm talking about, just go ahead and Google him. He's the hot topic right now all over the internet. Anton Daniels has his own platform. He's from Detroit, Michigan. And he came off as being a multi-millionaire, real estate investor who got all this money, you know. He teach tech. He has the millionaire.
He teach tech where? I haven't seen him teach anybody anything, which I'll get into later on, but I'm gonna let this young lady talk. Here we go. Thank you, Henry.
Club, and he has Patreon. So he comes off as being this this really prestigious, high quality millionaire from Detroit, right? He had all of us fooled. You know who Anton Daniels is, y'all? Do y'all remember what's that pastor name with Tammy Faye Baker? The Bakers. Y'all remember how they had everybody believing all this stuff and giving them money? That's Anton. The worst thing Anton could have done is went on Corey Holcomb's show and showed his ass.
Exactly. The thing is this about Anton. He tried to lead everybody to believe he was a community guy, you know, a role model for the community, but he straight up raccooned out on Corey's 5150 show. I mean, as hard as you could. See, that's something a lot of people missed, is that when he said to Corey, well, you're out here essing the Black community's DI, you know what, K, you know, or was it ball? I can't ball. Maybe balls. That right there, even in jest or intent to insult, tells you exactly his real mindset. Neither one of them are good for the community at all. Neither one. They haven't shown anything that has to do with the community, but I'm just letting you know that Corey was leading everyone to believe. I mean, not Corey, but Anton was leading everyone to believe he was a community guy, when quite honestly, he just doesn't have the psychological background to even give a F. Here we go.
Because when you do shit like that, people start digging into your shit and they find out the truth about you. Oh my God. I don't think he realized that people on the internet can find out who your grandmama was dating in the 3rd grade. They can
Shout out to Deontay.
find out anything about you. For all the people that wonder why Nina gives story time, Why Nina tell her story? Because I don't want nobody else telling my story for me. I don't want nobody coming off looking at me like I'm perpetrating a fraud. Everything about me, I'm solidified. It's nothing that you can go find on Nina that I have not told you already. When I decided to become a content creator, I knew how dirty and grimy this world can be.
Yeah.
I knew how people can go search you because there's a lot of things that's public information. If you believe that your life is a secret, you're wrong. I can look you up right now and find where you live and see your car in the driveway. The internet tells everything. I can find out where you live. I can find out your phone number, all your relatives from the internet. Nobody is safe out here. So Anton, this is what I think happened. I think he got so beside himself and really started believing his lies. You know, if you tell a lie long enough, you really start believing it.
Yeah, that's true.
Let me tell y'all, man.
She breaking it down.
This man's whole life is a lie. And the content creators is finding out. Anton just graduated from, they didn't even say he graduated, Lord. He went to junior college twice. Allegedly, that's what they found in the papers.
Okay.
And he did 4 years and just finished. If he graduated, because they don't even say he graduated, like in his 30s. He's 42. He was like 36 in junior college. Anton was like a phone operator. Anton worked at the bank. Anton worked at a call center. It's nothing that show this man was a multi-millionaire until a trust fund. Let me tell you how Anton.
Okay, so there we go. And you know, my condolences to his father that passed. But the passing of his father was the source of his wealth. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. The issue is he's trying to pretend he's a self-made man when he's not. It's okay. Let's keep it going.
John Daniels got his money, allegedly. And this is what they finding out. And it just blows my mind. I just can't believe it. His father got hurt at work, which caused his demise. The Daniels family sued and they got money. But you know, my father fell at work and my mom sued and we got a little money. We ain't get no millions, but we could have right here in the state of Michigan. You know why Anton Daniels' parents, Anton and his family got millions and my family didn't? Because my father died too from an injury at work in Michigan. The reason why my mother got $280,000 and Anton family got probably 10, 20 million, because Michigan law, Anton, I know this because I did it for my daddy. Let me get this heat down. I got a space heater that's burning me up. Hold on, y'all. I had to go.
She breaking it down, y'all.
The state of Michigan has this thing that protects lawsuits from employees. If you're not like punched in, just say you're not punched in, they still protect it if you punched in a lot of ways. And you just arrived at work and you happen to fall and you break your neck and you paralyzed from the neck down for 45 days and you die. That was my daddy. Workman's comp don't have to pay you millions of dollars because you officially not at work yet. You just at work, but you're not punched in. My father hadn't punched in yet.
Okay.
But he was at work. If he had punched that clock, the lawyer already told my mother, Sam Bernstein, I don't know if you ever heard of him, that's who did my dad's case. We would have been millionaires. So that's why Anton daddy got millions and my daddy got 280,000. And my mother had to pay most of that in his medical bills for 45 days. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we really got the short end of the stick for my father's life. Anton and his family got millions. And guess what? It took, my dad died in 2007, 8, 9. It took us 2 years to get some money. So this happened to Anton Daniels' dad in 2017, 18, 19. So his track record, everybody looking up, it's showing he was a regular ass worker making no more than $40,000 a year.
Basically another Kevin Samuels. Because Kevin Samuels was the same way. He wasn't making shit until he became Kevin Samuels on YouTube, and you all gave him $2 million. He didn't earn, it wasn't like Kevin Samuels already was a millionaire before he started his YouTube. I call it a scam, but he basically was a regular dude. Anton was a regular dude. He got money. Nothing wrong with, being a trust fund person. The issue is he's behaving as if he made all the money. And he didn't. I'm not going to dig into his finances. I'll let somebody, who knows what they doing do it. Like, who was it? Who be doing that? Like, pocket watchers or whatever, right? They can dig some up. They already dug some stuff up already. But the bottom line is this dude is just a regular dude. He can't tell you how to make money. In fact, I want to know. So you fellas, I want you to defend him. If you do watch this video, I want you to put in the comments how many of you he made into a millionaire. Let's be straight up honest and transparent about it. How many of you did he make a millionaire? How many of you viewers who watch, Samuels Jr., Anton Daniels, I want you to let me know how he made you a millionaire and how long it took. You can write whatever, a novel, an essay, whatever you want to do, put it in my comments. I want to see how many black men he made into a millionaire. That's the name of his freaking show, right? I hear him brag about being rich. I don't see him making people rich. Let's keep it going. Here we go.
Like you and like us. This was just 2017. 2019. That's when I got my divorce. That was 6 years ago. And all of a sudden, Anton Daniels appear on the internet and he a millionaire. And he telling everybody how he had all these businesses and all these investments and how you can make money. So they went and looked. Before his father passed away, he didn't have none of that shit. And
there it is. Let's keep it going.
He don't have it now. He's been lying like the pastors, the mega pastors. Come on in and get your money. Give me $1,000 and God got a blessing for. That's what he does on his podcast. I'm going to teach y'all how to be like me. I'm going to teach y'all how to get this money. And he never even done that. He said he had a restaurant, right? They went and found his restaurant, y'all, because it's closed. He said because he was working 2 jobs, had a restaurant, and several other businesses, that he was only getting 2 hours of sleep. I just seen his video. I ain't even gonna say alleged. I just saw him say this on a video. I just saw him say it. He was getting 2 hours of sleep. Now tell me, does this make sense? I have a successful restaurant. I work 2 jobs and I have several other businesses, and it's just so overwhelmed because I'm only sleeping 2 hours a day. I'm gonna go and close this successful restaurant down because I'm just tired.
Right. If you have a successful restaurant, it makes its own money. You just show up whenever you want to. So yeah, that story, I heard that story, a couple years back, and it kind of had me looking sideways.
He said he was making profit from this restaurant, but he closed it down. So they went and found the restaurant, y'all. It wasn't no bigger than Subway. We thinking he had this elegant, nice restaurant in Detroit. No, it was like a coffee shop.
Dang. So his restaurant was a hole in the wall.
This man is a fraud. See, this God don't like ugly. And when you boastful, because y'all know he brags all the time about being rich and people.
But that's the point. That's another thing that everyone, men and women, have to look out for. When you see these men bragging about being rich, usually they're not. Rich people don't brag because they don't have to. Or they don't see themselves as rich or better than other people because they remember how hard they worked to get the money and they know how quickly it can disappear.
Him and you stupid Democrats and you dumbass black bitches, it caught up with him. He did it to himself. Now he's exposed. Let me tell you what else he did before I go back into his life. You know, he was talking about how he bitched Corey Holcomb, right? Y'all know Corey Boy, what's his name? He's on the 5150 show with him, the light-skinned. He was listening on the radio, and he heard that Anton was there with his security. So Craig got pissed off. He said, wait a minute. He gonna show up at our shit with his security because they said normally people come, they don't have security because they all grown men, right?
That's what I found really, really weird. We have famous people walking around, especially in LA, without security. I've seen stars of movies. I've seen high-paid actors and athletes. They're not walking around with bodyguards. That's how weird this dude is.
He said, so that let me know he owns something.
I mean, I would almost give him a little bit defensive, like he was in his own town. And as you can see, he's an asshole. So basically, you can understand him having enemies in Detroit. But if you're flying all the way to LA, those people don't know you. They didn't even watch your show. So who's going to come after you? He did that all for show.
Something. Let me get there. Because this ain't going on. That's my boy. If anything go down, I got to be there. So when he pulled up, he just missed Anton. So he called Anton on the phone pretty much like, B.A. Negro, where you at? So he found out what hotel Anton was at. He was calling Anton out. Anton would come back and debate him. Guess what Anton did? He came to LA with Mika, one of the girls off his podcast that he always have with him, but he claimed that's just his friend. But ain't nobody else, none of the guys, none of the other girls traveling with him now. Ain't nobody slow Anton. They were supposed to be there for a week. He had Laker tickets to go see the game with this girl. His wife at home with his daughter. He had all this stuff. But when he found out Craig.
So instead of Anton, see, this is everything that everybody missed. He took Mika, I think, because that may not even be true. From what I heard, Mika got there. She got on her own plane, I thought. But we'll figure that out later. The bottom line is this, he was going to be around Mika for a week. Didn't even think about taking his wife. That's weird. I'm not going to draw a conclusion, but I will say that at first thought pattern, that's weird. And I thought the point of being a high value man is being valuable to your woman. Obviously, that's not it. It's being valuable to other men. That's what being a high value man means. Has nothing to do with women whatsoever. They made this whole thing up. Shout out to Act Natural Under Pressure and also Danny in the world, in Danny Curl in the chat. Let's keep this going. Here we go.
And some of them LA dudes got on that. They said, oh, you bad, huh? Okay, guess what Tom did? He canceled everything. They said he sold the tickets to a scout and he got on the plane the next day and came back to Detroit.
Okay, let me tell you again, y'all, things you've missed. The fact that he got on a plane in sunny Southern California, in LA it shines, right? Tell me, what is it doing in Detroit this time of year? I went to Detroit once, and right after I got out the plane, this time of year too, nothing but snow. It was cold AF. So if you running back to a cold AF location, Detroit, from a more favorable location as far as weather is concerned, LA, Hollywood swinging, then you know something is what, everybody? Weird. Weird.
But he all over podcast about how he bitched somebody. He forgot to tell that little bitty part that you left early because you was scared. Because Craig was looking for you, like Debo. And his ass, he didn't look for the fade. He got on the plane, canceled his whole trip. Listen here, Anton. Explain.
I kept telling you that the manosphere is nothing but the kingdom of cowards. The kingdom of cowards.
Why your 7-day trip lasted 24 hours if you wasn't scared?
Right.
Oh, and I came to their city. I was in LA. Now, Anton, you got street beef. You got exactly what you asked for. Want to be tough ass clown. That's what I'm saying. I just cannot stand a perked out ass person. I just cannot. He's a perked out ass person talking shit. I can tell how he was doing this. He ain't from the streets, because street dudes don't do that. I've been with street dudes before. I know how they roll.
This is from Nina Mayberry. You got to check it out. Unbreakable, strong woman. So there you go. There you go. There you go, Anton. She didn't dox you or nothing. That's just truth. I analyzed what she was saying. Let's see what else.
Why do you think they get such an uproar? Like when they see you, out at the games, out with Mika, in an uproar.
You be having fun though, Mika.
That's the thing though. Like,
He dogged out Mika. Mika thought she was going to get on the show, on the 5150 show. And this is really what everybody you need to know. I'm throwing out some more nuggets and receipts. If Anton was really the man, right? Mika would have been on that show. I mean, Corey ain't that famous. Mika ain't hard to look at. If Anton made it, even if Anton, let's say they before the show, before they, they devolved or got emotional, whatever you want to say, not logical, by the way. Don't you think that Anton would have made sure Mika, who flew all the way over there to get on the show, that he would give, maybe give, you probably could have shot 5150, couple bands and she'd be on the show. Exactly. Act natural under pressure, selling dreams, which a lot of these dudes do. I mean, it's not like that show is, the show, it's not like it's a big show like, ESPN and shit. It's not like Def Jam comedy. He gives, what's his name, a couple bands because he can afford it. He's a millionaire, right? They put her on the show. I mean, if obviously Corey, and let me make it clear, Corey's a lowlife. So if you can't even impress a lowlife enough to have your woman, your side woman, whatever you want to call her these today. I know you guys change your story every day. So whatever you want, whatever it is, you should have just gave them a couple bands. She would have been on the show. Quite honestly, I think it was stupid they didn't put her on the show. Retroactively and preemptively. She's a pretty young lady. She speaks very well. She's professional. And they really, actually, believe it or not, here's what's so ironic about it. They really needed her on the show because obviously they can't act right. If she was at least in the middle of that whole debauchery, maybe they would have calmed down a little bit. But I mean, the funny thing is this, is that how can you guys follow two men who make their living by crashing out? You gonna crash out too? You gonna crash out too? Really? So what are they teaching you? They're not teaching you self-control. What they're teaching you is that actually Cynthia G was absolutely correct. Like her or hate her, she was actually perfectly accurate with her description of these bandits. I mean, you can't even get on. You got on a, Detroit is like freaking across the country. And you couldn't keep your head or act respectable enough on somebody else's show to fly. You flew all the way across United States to better weather where everybody who's rich goes, which is to LA or a Southern California city to soak in the sun. And you literally, per se, bitched out online, crashed out. Back in the day, we would call you a band. B-A-N or bish nugget for doing something like that. I mean, that's just the way it goes. So for you to do that and then come all the way back over to Detroit, and then this is what got me, is that you then acted like you would get beat them up. Well, damn. I mean, Corey's he's halfway to the grave now. He's what, 80 pounds overweight? I didn't see you'd say that to his friend Craig. That's the thing is like, look, there's nothing wrong with not wanting to fight, dude. There ain't nothing wrong with it. But don't act like you somebody that you're not. So all that money that you seemingly have, might have, may have, who knows? You ain't shit. I mean, literally, I'm not saying that as name calling. I'm saying that as what is observed. Henry says this. Anton used to have a show on Lapeef with some pick-me woman. Yeah. Courtney Michelle, yeah. And another, I don't remember her name. Yeah. Till he pissed them off, until they found out who he was, I guess, and they skirted on. I know that Lucky was on his show. So was Sharon. There's not Sharon Moore, not Sharon Moore, but the Sharon guy. You know, the Sharon guy, the feminine guy. I forgot the Lucky. He has like what is it? The early morning show or something like that. The feminine. He's very feminine. But that's fine. That's okay. Let me play some more.
We sit courtside, we eat good, we have a good time, life is good.
Right, but why do you think they get so bothered?
Hello, you guys. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. In today's video, we're going to talk about Anton Daniels yet again.
Let me pause it right there. That's from Tracy's channel. So yeah, I'm giving out all the receipts. I'm telling you where you can get the information from to make your own thing. You know what I mean? Shoot, I ain't a hater. Shoot. Yep. Act Natural says Michelle probably isn't even getting money out of him. That's probably true. SMH. You know, he's got too many pick-me's to pay. That's the thing. That's what's going down, you know? So, you know, I see, as a DJ, you learn how to look into the stacks, you know, of wax and get the facts. You have to, back in the day, we used to, play vinyl, right? So, which is hence wax. And you would have to go through your stacks and look for the best jams. And then your goal as a DJ is to play the best part of the jam to keep the party popping. That was your job, was to keep the dance floor packed. All I'm doing is taking my DJ skills to the internet. And you see it mostly in my, my videos. But basically, that's what I'm doing here. This is kind of like the DJ warm up, where the DJ is out here. He's getting warmed up for the show. He's kind of like thinking through mixes, new mixes. You kind of try them out early before the show starts, just to make sure they're going to hit hard. Or, there's back in the day, the drummers were real back in the day. And so back in the day, you had to be careful that when you were about to overlay, that's when you called mixing back in the day. Hey, Alex, when you were about to overlay music, right? you had to make sure that, that the beats didn't change at the parts that you were were mixing together. Otherwise, one would go too fast and you'd have to anticipate the speed up or the slow down by using, the speed slider and stuff. Bottom line, let me shut up. Anyway, bottom line, that's what I'm doing here. I'm mixing. Now, before I play this clip by Kiki, what is valuable to a Black woman? Protection, provision. I would say those would be, two things. But what those fools they don't say anything past those two things. And there's a very good reason why. Number one, they barely protect and they barely provide. But if you are a warm, kindred spirit, a loving man, that's all you would have to be. If you were naturally loving, a woman would find you as high value, because especially with worlds filled with Anton Daniels and Corey and company. I mean, being just a nice young man has a lot of value. You'd have to be genuinely nice. And that's probably why these men act like they do. They think they're trying to either use money or the promise of money to add to their value, because they know they ain't shit. If you have confidence in yourself, if you truly have confidence in yourself, you don't even need money. I mean, you need money to take care of yourself and you want to build generational wealth, but you don't have to flaunt it. You don't have to lead with your wallet. You don't. Your heart, believe it or not, and I know it's cringy to a lot of people, especially sociopaths, but your heart is the value. Your kindness is the value. Your integrity is the value. The fact that you won't cheat on a woman is the value. And there's just not any men out there like that. Let me keep it going. Here we go.
Ooh, y'all. I feel like I'm in the damn Twilight Zone. Listen, this is going to be my last video, okay?
No, it won't.
We're going to have to get Anton.
I got you, Kevin. You know it ain't going to be your last video. You know there's too much going on. Here we go.
Dusty ass a break. Because y'all know his wife said he had multiple personality shit. I feel like I'm developing a couple of them, watching these Negro videos and stuff. But y'all listen, we're going to get into this video because Anton disrespects his wife again. Now, this was one of the number one things we had talked about was him being, with this lady, Mika. And instead of trying to maybe be seen with his wife or whatever, he ain't trying to do it. He is actually on his live with another woman. He shows us the lady's name and everything in the phone, and then asks the lady, I guess they're trying to plan a vacation, and he agrees to take the woman out of town. It is so very disrespectful. And somebody in the comments said I need to stand for my mic. I have a stand. I just like to hold it, just so you know.
Yeah, I know a lot of people do that.
Video. This is crazy. Make sure you guys hit the like button if you have not. If you have not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so. And let's jump right into this video. And for some time that they felt like there was something going on between Mika and also somebody told me it was another lady. I think they said Maui or somebody that's on one of his panels. But it kind of got a little bit weird because when Mika addressed the situation, she just never would say Anton's name, which even, made people even more suspicious. We also learned that when Anton and Mika showed up at the 5150, their set or whatever that they, do their filming and stuff in, that Mika just darted in, left Anton out there, and it just was weird. And people were like, something is just weird about that. So it just seemed like
she was there for Corey. She wasn't there to be around Anton. She was there for Corey. If you hear her video that she did, Mika, after she got back home to wherever that is, she was talking about, Mika was like begging to be on Corey's show so much. And then Corey got vulgar and shit and said, oh yeah, you can be on my show. Get on your back. Yes. Corey went straight up Weinstein on her. That's how predatory dude is. Just like when he says he likes to date women that are broke, because Corey really doesn't have billionaire or millionaire money, whatever you want to call it. So he leverages his show to get what he wants. And I truly believe that was not a joke. Him telling Mika, oh yeah, if you get on your back, if you know what I mean, ladies and gentlemen, this is what he said. Yeah, he said, yeah, hell yeah, you can be on the show. You come, he said that like this, you come here, you do what we need to do, and then you can be on the show. That's some predatory shit right there. Along with him punching women, how can anybody see Corey as a high value man? Either you have to get on your back to get something from him, or you get punched in the face. And that's in between the insults, by the way. Act Natural says this, all jokes aside, I hate that raccooning and violence are the most prevalent from black men, bars. Decent black men don't have a chance to change the dynamic. No, and that's where a lot of people don't understand. When Cynthia G said, generalizes, the bottom line is, this is the logic of Cynthia G. It's like, well, you see all this shit, all this debauchery that Pookie and Ray Ray per se are doing, right? Well, if there were so many good black men, then how is Pookie and Ray Ray able to Pookie and Ray Ray? If there's so many black men around that are doing things that would set them straight, right? There you go. So I can understand Cynthia G concluding then, there ain't no bitch, there aren't no stand-up brothers out here. She knows that there's some, but what's the point? To the general population of black women, most black men don't treat them good. Here we go.
Some tomfoolery is going on. Well, what I want to do is I want to get into this video. I was actually reviewing this video for something else. And then I, heard this and I was like, what the hell is really going on? Now, with everything that people have been saying about Anton disrespecting his wife, even to the tune where Corey Holcomb made his comments, never did he defend his wife.
No, he never did. Never did. And the funny thing is this, don't you find it weird that Corey, when it came down to insults, he focused on his daughter, Anton's daughter and wife, and not Anton. Anton is a walking joke. if a comedian can't stop a heckler like Anton, he ain't no comedian. Now, he has a history of being a comedian, Corey does. It's just, I don't know, maybe he's not good at it anymore. Because when Anton threw that, the community, you're sucking the black community's balls thing out, Anton left himself open for a myriad of jokes and comebacks. I mean, I guarantee you, comedians would have been lining up around the corner to roast Anton if they were there in the room. Corey couldn't come up with none. See, and that's what I can bring to this situation is this. Corey might have been a comedian. I was a comedy DJ. So it was what I did 3 nights a week back in the day. So I know how they should hit. Corey failed. Corey, look, you would have had Lunel over there, or somebody, they would have tore Antoine another hole. That's how Corey could have really diffused the whole situation. All he needed to do is be what he was, what he claimed to be, which was a comedian. He couldn't even do that. Even comedians don't go after nobody's, children, not as a lead. They might say something like, oh yeah, at least, your wife would rather be with me. They might say something like that. But they're not gonna like insult your wife. So I think my point is this. It's safe to say both of them acted like idiots in their own way. And the problem is on the internet, everybody is breaking down how much of an idiot they were without confirming that their behavior is not qualified to make them a community leader for anybody. And nobody did that. These are 2 ain't shit niggas. Really, quite honestly, what can you say? You saw them go at each other. Tell me, and the funny thing is this, then these same dudes saying they're Christian and shit, Antoine saying he's all Christian men that are truly Christian in the positive way, because there's Christian men who aren't very nice. There's nothing in the Bible that says, reach out to your maneth and say that his ballseth for the community is horrible. No, look in the Bible and tell me where. And I'm no Bible expert, but I'm pretty sure this ain't in the Bible about telling some other man about his balls. This could be going. Here we go.
Did he even defend his daughter? I never even heard him the way that he even referred to his daughter was even weird. But yet this man jumps on live so he's on live, but he gets a call, or I think he calls the girl. I don't remember, but let's just get into it. It's just disrespect after disrespect after disrespect. And I don't remember if you guys saw with his wife, the couple is living together. You would think that. But Anton actually has this apartment in downtown.
So
now I want to get into that. This is important because You would think in a marriage, the couple is living together. You would think that. But Anton actually has this apartment in downtown Detroit. And in this video, he's going to talk about his apartment. Well, I shouldn't say apartment, maybe I think it's classified as a condominium. But that's important because it has been alleged that he messes around on his wife. And based on his own commentary, you got to be stupid to think that this man is committed to his wife. In this video that I'm going to show you after this one, you're going to see and hear him say some very interesting things to the person.
Let me go fast forward.
Downtown. So as you come in, you're going to see a whole Detroit theme, Joe Louis all across the walls. The spirit.
Oh yeah, I will tell you this. His apartment is fly. I don't know about having Joe Louis all over the walls. That's him. He has, by the way, yes, he has only men on his wall. That sounds kind of weird. But yeah, he only has men on his wall. He has a nice little view of Dusty, the Dusty City. But there's nothing wrong with that. And I will be straight. This is a beautiful place. He's not. But the place is great.
Oh man, you got to see this, what they said about you. Oh man. Dog, do you know that I'm laid up in some pussy right now?
Did you hear what he just said? Yeah, you heard it. It's bad no matter how you it's bad no matter how you roll with it. If he was a loyal man and he was talking about his wife, I don't think his wife would be happy with that. If he's talking about his side chick and he does cheat, I don't think the side chick would like that, number one. Number two, he's low value. Really, quite honestly, how many women in the world want to be cheated on? Don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's a certain percentage, but I'm absolutely sure it's very freaking low. Like we're talking 2%. They just, for some reason, they feel good about being cheated on. That's some low value shit. Low value. Shout out to Deontay and Miss Alto in the house. Good seeing you. Sorry for this late video. I know everybody on the East Coast is probably doggone near asleep by now. Either that or out partying, which is cool. But anyway, here we go.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he's literally behaving as if he's single. I guarantee you, if he keeps this up, he's going to get Sharon Moored. And let me make it clear, Sharon Moore did it to himself. But that's how these niggas work. They don't learn. They don't learn they can't look on. They need to find out buy into themselves how stupid they are. Just like that guy got to the pinnacle of coaching college football, which is damn near NFL football, right? And effed everything up for a little bit of extra A, for some extra box. Couldn't find anything else to do with his time. Maybe he should have spent more time trying to be a better coach. Anton doing the same damn thing. These bandits never learn. They never learn. And yes, he is a bandit. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It's your behavior that gives you away.
I'm over here trying to get some head. And y'all niggas is over here worried about what another nigga said.
Note this. The fact that he said trying to get some tells me right there, I can only conclude that this is a cheating motherfucker right here. Low value. Dust. I mean, really, quite honestly, women that know their value do not want a man who cheats. As simple as that.
I'm just wondering when he say he getting head, is it from a woman or a man? Because this is a
Right.
married man. He's talking about getting PUSSY and getting head like he's single. First of all, it's not something that a single man should brag about at his age, but a married man, this dude is
Right.
crazy.
I mean, this is literally, she makes a damn good point. Welcome, Tevin. She makes a damn good point, and I'll tell you why. Dude is damn near, what, 50? But he's acting like he's 20. His behavior is borderline acceptable for a 20-year-old. And he's 50. That should tell you everything you need to know about him.
Benji.
Let me move forward. Because we got to break this down real quick. Okay, we got to bring on Corey. You've seen enough debauchery from bandit number 1. Let's go to bandit number 2 now.
Oh my God, you guys, come and sit down and shut the door. Do you know comedian, loudmouth, and misogynist Corey Holcomb was caught doing a hayuka on a woman outside in a nightclub?
Tisa Tails in the house.
You guys, listen to this. There is an actual video. TMZ caught it. Corey tried to lie about it. People are saying he's been covering this up for a while. But let's get into what happened because, you guys, it is only 2026 and I am already tired. So this is Corey right here. And to tell you the truth, I don't know much about Corey. I mean, I know who he is, but I never thought he was that funny. He was going
Me neither. And that's why, he's not out there with, Dave Chappelle or somebody.
these weird hate-filled rants against Black women. And every time I see a Black man that is going on a rant against a Black woman, I literally say, 1, you need therapy. 2, it's not our fault. I would say mama, but it's probably your daddy that got you hating your mama and everybody else.
Right.
But 3, and this is the most important thing, do Black men that publicly get up there and disrespect Black women not know it makes them look stupid? It makes
Right, Tisa.
them look weak.
Yep.
It makes them look, you smell the self-hate. Men of other races may laugh at your jokes, but they're looking at you like you're the fool because you're talking about your mama, your sisters, your cousins, and everybody that looks like you.
Thank you.
Y'all, we can get into what a POS he is, but let's actually talk about what this POS actually did, all right? So TMZ reported, oh, by the way, this is a woman that he mugged in the face, okay? Yeah, right there.
Christina Payne is the woman that he hit. She looks very pretty right there looks like Andre 2000, right?
Christina Payne. Now, it doesn't help that Corey is also shaped like the Hulk mixed with Shrek, mixed with the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. I mean to say he is large.
Tisa's more funny than Corey is.
and in charge. He got too much weight behind his arms to be getting in any woman's face. But listen to what happened.
Let me show you what happened. Tisa, thank you for telling us. This is the tape right here, y'all. Here we go. Watch it. Okay. Right over here to the left. Right over here to the left. That's Corey right there. This is a young lady, Miss Payne, right here. Watch. Remember, he did the exact same thing to Antron. He walked up on him real close, right? Just like this, right? He walked up to Antron and he sat down right in front of him just like this, right? But he didn't hit Antron. And Antron was saying some crazy ass shit, right? Look, watch. There you go. She did nothing. Look where her hands are. Arms are, I should say. If I know the video is blurry and you might need to blow this up or watch it on the TV, but you will clearly notice her hands are to her side. It's bad enough a black man hitting a black woman, especially these days, but he literally like cold cocked her. Angela Reddick in the house. It's good seeing you, Angela. Look at that. Let's keep it going. So that I commit, look, that's what you get, bro. Now, the funny thing is this, is that that's how you can tell these men's character. You know, so he got his butt whooping, right? He got his butt whooping like he should have. And I would rewind it, but everybody, we've seen that, right? I just wanted to put that in there for evidence. Let's play how he thinks it happened.
And he, so
okay.
I was like, you don't remember?
Wait. So this is what he said.
You would do anything to try to be in the spotlight. Look, good attention, bad attention is attention. People will take the bad attention to get some attention. This is her Super Bowl.
I see. And that's why she up there. I hear are negative.
Oh, man. So basically this is the funny part about this. Watch. This criminal right here is basically saying it's the woman's fault. Go figure. And this creep, no, I shouldn't say that. This guy right here is defending it, which tells me about his character. But let's play. We're here for Corey, so let's play Corey. Here we go.
And she's drama. I told them. A dope fiend who's not smart, I'm gonna prove it. It was a few occasions where the girl tried me, yelling at me at the top of her lungs in front of clubs and everything. And what happened was when somebody says what happened was, you know it ain't true. You know that the whole he's trying to get his story together. Had enough. After several occasions of her trying to jump it off with me, and I know how she moved. I got her record from DC. She used to live in DC. And I got her drug charge and everything in DC.
So basically what he's doing right now is he's defaming her on live video. He doesn't realize he's making things worse. But, you know, sociopaths can be chronological liars. And I'm saying that is Corey, but I'm just saying that they don't tell the truth that much. The tape don't lie. The tape don't lie. The thing is he's trying to build this. He knows he can't defend the actual act of hitting her. So he's trying to build this narrative around that she was somehow in some distant way because she was on what he says drugs or something, or a crackhead. It's her fault that he punched her. That's called Darvo tactics, where the attacker plays the victim. And I hope to God this Miss Payne sues this dude, because it needs to be shown, because unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, this is very common. This is a very common. I mean, he's basically put himself in the Chris Brown club. Yep. Or Trey Songz club, or Diddy club. Not only is he a predator where he financially takes advantage of women by his own admission, but he'll just outright hit a woman. Just outright hit a woman. Wouldn't hit Anton though, but will hit a woman, won't he?
And I told the comedy club, this girl sell drugs in front of your club and she's drama. I told them that. So look, fast forward to the girl in my face. Fuck you, your mama ain't. You should
remember now. We just saw the video. And his bandit ass walked up on her and started talking more smack right before he punched her. And he wants you to believe something else. I don't know what else, because I don't know. Every time I play this video, it comes out the same. He took 3 steps forward to her, put his pot belly in front of her. Literally, his pot belly was literally touching her. And it's so big, his pot belly is so big that it still left him room for him to put his fist back and hit her. But that's how these dudes roll. They'll find idiots like, F media to support them anyway, because they've probably done it themselves. Hypothetically. I mean, why would you support something like that? Why would you support a man hitting a woman? Really, for real. Let me keep going.
When you fell off the scooter, your dick ain't all this.
And so I was just like, Corey, you're not going to do nothing. Even people were like talking to him like, Corey, you ain't about to let her hype you up and woo, woo, woo. And then I was
like, let me stop it right there, because what old, water faucet's trying to do is stitch this into a situation where it looks like she's the aggressor. But there's nothing you can say, and that's how disgusting these red pill guys are. They're all the same. Let me play her side of the story.
Christina, you went to the police back when this happened, filed a police report. It went nowhere. What are you going to do now that there is a video that seems to support at least the fact that you were punched by Corey?
This is like that. Remember that Diddy moment where everybody was pro Diddy, and then I forgot the name of the news outlet that got a hold of that tape, but you just saw Diddy go off on the woman. He played her like a soccer ball. He was like rock'em sock'em robots on her. But before then, they were just he was still talking shit. Remember? Same thing that's going to happen here. I'm sorry, y'all. Sorry. All you Corey defenders. Bottom line is the tape don't lie. The tape don't lie. Let's keep it going.
It is hard even seeing that right now. Seeing that playback and having to relive all of this all over again. But it's like almost like what.
I mean, what I'm asking is, are you going to pursue legal action again? The cops felt it was like a stalemate when it happened because they had no video. Now they got.
The thing is that what I heard is the cops did have the video, and it's even worse because the police officers know the first thing they do when a crime happens is comb the area for cameras. And that comedy club is very popular, and they had cameras everywhere. And somehow the police didn't look at the police. Oh, I don't, nothing over here. This is why black women are really concerned about getting the police involved because the thing is this. What you have to understand is this, and I hope police are listening. If you do not do anything about a dude punching a woman, they're going to get punched again. If you don't do anything, if you don't look at the tape and you don't put in a report, this is what happened. The dude's going to either do the same thing again or worse. So law enforcement, you got to do your part.
Video. So I'm wondering, are you over it or are you going to pursue this in court?
I'll answer that for you. Do so. Because you're not just doing it for yourself. You're doing it for every woman who does not want to be punched or Weinsteined by dudes like Corey. If you don't do it, if she doesn't do it with that tape, it's not just going to be Corey who's going to be like celebrating. They're going to be celebrating using women for soccer brawls. I kid you not. It's part of when we've talked about a lot of these men being sociopaths. When they see they can get away with something, oh man, they will take it to the limit.
I feel like it's
What's making this so difficult, Christina, to go forward with it?
I feel like Corey's like threatened or tried to silence me, or like where it's like I've been in fear for my life, literally. Not able to leave the house sometimes. And so
Corey, you might as well run over there and get Diddy's lawyers, because quite honestly, there's enough tape to put you. There's enough tape. They don't need her. If somebody leverages the police department, oh nigga, you going down. There are things that can happen, because right now the police are hoping it goes away. They are just as much as Corey is. But Corey, I'm sorry, folks. there's a good chance you're going down, and it will be criminal charges though. So you better go ahead and start scraping up some money and seeing if you can hurry up and get some type of settlement going. Because dude, that was just bad to me. That was just as bad as Diddy, but Diddy just went longer. There's nothing you can say, bro. And she had like what, 6, 7 witnesses? There's nothing you can say. You can think up any kind of sociopathic excuse you want, but at the end of the day, you punched her.
I
know you say you're in fear for your life. We mentioned the fact that he got a restraining order against you.
We have a restraining order against each other.
And you have one against him as well. Since
because
then,
he brought the liars to court and confused the judge, and we didn't have the video yet. So we literally got the video the day after court, literally. So
That was crazy. So what the thing is that this happens a lot with a lot of women of all races, where they just want to let it go and move on. Unfortunately, it's so. Believe it or not, if every black woman reported abuse, it would be like freaking 60%. It's 40% now. Yeah, exactly, Angela. Corey thinks he's slick.
So I never went back to pursue like, oh, let me get an appeal or nothing like that. Like my attorney literally kind of gave up after she was getting defamed in her character and everything. You can see on his podcast how horrible he would speak about me and her. And literally it's horrible, like the way he treats women, the way he talks about us, and then to the point where it's like, really, like you're gonna hit me because I'm telling you about God and like.
It doesn't matter what she was telling him. See, let's go back to the tape again. Let's go back to the tape. By the way, Corey also had a gun with him. Let's go back to the tape. Now, again, I'm sorry to give you this lesson in logistics. This is Corey to the left. Big dude, probably 300 pounds. This is a young lady who was just talking over here. I see about, 5 feet, maybe 6 between them. Who's the one attacking? Watch. Oh, okay. And that was what she was explaining, is that she was just doing kind of like a brandy thing or something like that. But look, she did not move forward. Watch. She moved back. She moved back, ladies and gentlemen. She did not move forward. She moved back. Watch. See, to me, that is the intuition of, oh shit, something's going on weird. She moved back, right? Just keep it going. Okay. He closed distance. Watch. Good luck, Corey. Good luck with that, bro. Good luck with that, bro. Good luck. Not only did she not, she took a step back. He ran up on her. See, he doesn't understand that whatever they were talking about before, all that other shit, so So Fawcett Media, I need you to tell me, what's up with that? Why are you protecting your boy like that? I mean, I know you guys are in the misogynist club, but other than that, what's up? You just never mind, because maybe you're mad that he didn't hit her to the ground. It's upsetting to me. You defend that. You defended a monster. Anyway, let's go back to Mika.
What's going on there, guys? We're back with another one. We have to talk about this as the young lady Mika, who joined Anton Daniels on the 5150 show at
So this is what's funny about it, is that I guess Red Cup Talks, I guess she's what, part of the Red Pill? Let's hear.
And everything. Sometimes I'm not able to be up and watch those things, but I do catch some of the.
2 weeks ago, I was told that I was going to go on the 5150 show. And I was excited. All right. I was excited about going on the 5150 show. Last Tuesday, I got on the plane to go from DC to LA.
Okay. So seeing that she got on a plane from DC and Anton is in Steel Town. Sounds like to me they both took separate flights. Let's keep it going.
I got to the 5150 studios at about 8 p.m. Pacific time. I met Corey Holcomb. I was introduced to him. He shook my hand.
Okay, so he knows she's there. Let's keep it going.
I want to say 5 minutes before the actual show started, I was told I can't go on the show.
Anton lied to her. Anton lied to her straight to her face. Because ask yourself this, why would a woman with a perfectly good working television or phone fly all across the country, again, from the East Coast to the West Coast, to sit there in the backstage? Ain't gonna happen.
I said, okay, cool. Then I was told that I could sit on the set, but I have to sit off camera. I said, okay, cool. And that's where I sat for the entire duration of the show.
You got played, girl. You got played. That's all I can say. You got played hard. I mean, but hey, the life of a pick-me. Pick-me's get played more than anybody. Pick-me's get played more than anybody.
Now, the show starts. And as you know, what happened, because it went viral. All right. So if you guys want to see all of that, you can go watch it. It's everywhere. All right. But with all that being said, as that's going on, when it becomes abundantly clear that it's time to go, myself and security go ahead and start to leave. When I get to the door, as I'm going out, I hear Corey Holcomb say, yeah, leave with your security and your bitch. And I'm not going to lie, I was shocked.
It's the nature of the beast. They're both Neanderthal men, so what did you expect? You've seen how Corey is. I know you know about the 5150 show. First of all, it was disgusting. Yes, that's why it made me mad. But I don't know if you should be as shocked as you should know, because he calls all women bitches. Literally.
Because it's very unfortunate that I would be called the B word. Because I had such a positive outlook and a positive take on 5150 and Corey Holcomb.
I don't know why, but hey, feel lucky. At least you didn't get punched.
Last year here in DC, I literally went to a Corey Holcomb show. So when I found out I was going on 5150, I was like, oh, this is exciting because I just went to see a show. And now I'm having this experience. So it was very unfortunate. Not only that, I hear explain the bitch and this bitch on my show. I don't know who she is. Alluding to the fact that I'm just here and it's somebody's side chick. And I'm nobody's side chick.
You see how forget her. Ignore her for a minute. Notice how uncivilized these men are.
So it was very unfortunate and very hurtful. That I can tell you. That was my feeling from the experience.
And that's welcome to the red pill, bro. Young lady, welcome to the red pill. That's what they have to offer. Red pill men behave the same way. There might be a variance on how drastic it can be, whether it's just verbal insults or to the point where they're hitting you. And why she is a fan of the 5150 show is beyond me. Ag Natural says this. So let me get this straight. You went to the 5150 show and was shocked you got called a B. Bye. Exactly. Deuces. Yep. You nailed it, Ag Natural. It's like, yeah, and I agree that young lady just need to get an attorney, Angela, for sure. She needs to get an attorney like right now. Because that's going to get ugly. But it's like, goddess, please. You got to be out your mind. All he does is insult women. That's how he got famous. I mean, YouTube famous. His comedy wasn't popping enough to get him, at least get him a co-deal with Chappelle and company, where Chappelle finds him disgusting. So he switched over to the manosphere, and now he does, insults. And appears to pay quite handsomely. So I'm a little shocked she's shocked.
But with all that being said, I can say this. I still don't have anything negative to put out about Corey Holcomb or the 5150 show.
You got to be out of your mind. He literally said, and I quote, if you wanted to get on his show, I guess it's more like paraphrasing. If you wanted to get on his show, You have to get on your back. That's straight up Weinstein shit. Dude went to prison for that kind of shit. Situational, grapes. That's who you're dealing with. I think really, quite honestly, Mika, this is a perfect opportunity for a wake up, a moment of waking up to realize maybe you're not on the right side of history right now.
I went for a positive experience. I had a positive outlook on what could have been, but it didn't happen. And again, it's unfortunate that all that transpired afterwards. And I was caught in the crossfire between two grown people.
I wouldn't say they're grown, not mentally anyway.
That were arguing back and forth with each other.
Most people would call it debauchery and foolishness. Arguing can be just two people arguing. They were going a little bit, yeah. Miss Alto says, disgusting girl, bye. Life of a pygmy.
So my outlook is this. I don't have any negative views on Corey.
That means you have some things you need to work out. If you can watch a man first go into Neanderthal mode, both of them actually, and shove his balls, literally shoved his balls. If you look, he's literally shoving his balls into Anton's face. And then be called the B word yourself. There's some self-esteem issues that need to be worked out. Please tell me you didn't see that tape of him punching the woman before you said what you said. Please do not do that.
And like
that
I
tape's
said,
been
it's
out for a
unfortunate.
while.
But I forgive Corey. I truly do. But that was my experience.
So she gives her side of the whole ordeal and pretty much says, ain't nothing going on with her and Anton. It's strictly business. And she flew out there from DC. I know Corey, he was getting his off. Anton was getting his off. It was a very contentious time. It don't seem like she's taking that against him. She's actually a fan of his work, his stand-up comedy. And I feel like, deep down inside, Anton is too. He enjoyed Corey Holcomb's work before he started.
I don't know about all that, bro. Life of a pygmy. So yeah, you can go on the show if you like. But you're gonna have to get on your back. If you like predators, by all means. And if you like to get punched, by all means. This is a trip. By all means, join them. Go, just fly over there and let them situationally do weird stuff, and you can be on the show. I felt disgusted that he did that he even said that. And you still respect the dude? Red Pill Dudes always tell me that I don't talk, I never hold women accountable. Well, I can tell you, I can safely say to this woman right here, you should have chose better. You should have chose better. It's that simple. I don't know why you're hanging out with the red pill, but you're a perfect example of what happens when you do. You get insulted. You get sexually insulted. And you get tossed out. He's the one that told you to get ready for you to leave and called out your name. And you still want to be on his show? I mean, just check this out.
Hey, anybody that's friends with Corey, anybody that hang around that, hey man, don't do nothing. Don't say nothing out of pocket. Is a snitch. Is a hoe. He a hoe. He a snitch, and every facet of the word is a snitch. He a hoe.
You know what's funny? Didn't he snitch on Corey?
And then will backdoor you.
I've seen him do it.
You don't mention what nobody else got going on with their family. Under no circumstances do you, if I beef with anybody, if I have a disagreement.
Here's the funny thing. This nigga was dumb enough to bring Tisha, Misha, whatever, with him. What did he expect? Somebody gonna see it. That just shows you how low these niggas are. I mean, basically, are you that stupid, dude? Are you really that stupid?
Disagreement with somebody, I never, ever, under no circumstances, say some shit about that.
He doesn't know this, but I think he snitched on himself because nobody was really like, connecting the dots like that. But since he got mad about it, I think there's something there.
I could see it with my own eyes, man. I don't know what the they got going on over there. That ain't my business. It ain't my business. I don't know nothing about what you got going on in your life.
Man, I have to admit, I have mixed feelings. I love seeing two bandits go at each other, number one, because it's kind of like a win-win. When you see two lowlifes go at each other, it's like, wow, okay, good. If they cancel each other out, then that means there's two out of the way. Then at the same time, there's the fallout.
They was talking about the Corey Holcomb situation. Anton Daines was talking about how, Corey Holcomb was shaking like a stripper. But in that video, he did say that he intentionally went up there to expose Corey Holcomb.
And you can make an argument for that, sure. But I also understood who I was talking to and how far he takes it on a regular basis. And I see him disrespecting people, and he had just disrespected me.
And you don't disrespect people, Anton. Really, motherfucker, please.
And so I could have been the bigger person, but I decided
you're
not
never the bigger person. I've seen you on all those shows. You never have been the bigger person. You're just as bad as he is. What did your wife say? Something about like, she wouldn't be, I'm paraphrasing. She wouldn't be surprised if, you sent somebody to the upper room, something like that. She says, you're a bad communicator. She didn't have very good things to say about you, quite honestly. I'm surprised with her her clarity, transparency. I really am. But see, that's how these niggas work. That's how they work. They don't know they're throwing stones from a glass house. I'm shocked that they got into a fight. They're about the same kind of person.
To on that platform because I seen weakness in him, and I also wanted to expose him because he thinks he's a bully and he picks and chooses his targets, which I told him that also.
So then now you have to sit here and think about what Craig Fax was saying is that Anton Daniels went up there to push a narrative. Because like they say, man, if you allow a person to continue to talk, they'll eventually expose themselves, right? So now with Anton Daniels saying that allows Craig Fax and Corey Holcomb.
But see, the thing is that Anton Daniels in that show, and you watch it again, by making that the balls comment to Corey, he exposed himself for being a Sambo. Because why would you say what he said about the community, like Corey, who does not kiss the community's balls? Why would you make an insult like that about Black people in general? Because that's the community. Balls. And then the fact of the matter is that you try to sell yourself as a community guy. Oh yeah, I'm done this for the community and that for the community. You ain't done shit. You just showed us. Because if you what you said about Corey would have never come out that way. That really was some animal that has stripes on its back thinking. That really was. So you went over there to show everybody that you're basically a house Negro. That's what we got from it. And I think that's more important than you guys getting into a fight. Because it's not you. Hey, look, if you a house Negro, by all means, go do your thing. House Negro in peace. You can house Negro in peace all you want. But when you claim to be somebody for the culture and the community, and then you do the house Negro dance, that's when it's a problem. And Mika made it clear she's not Team Anton. She's not. But you know who is Team Anton? Sharon and Big J. They love this nigga. They red pill niggas who try to act like they're not red pill niggas. That's why they both hate my guts. Because they're red pill niggas. They're red pill to the bone too. But they know they have to play the game to get little ladies in the yard. That I forgot about you. Huh, Biggie boy? Thought I forgot about you. Shout out to Indiana. Mom in the house. You just like these niggas right here.
Oh, gonna be like, yo, I played
like
the smart way.
Y'all just like them. Y'all just like them. But you hide it. But I did the math. I ran the tapes. I did the calculations. You're wolves in sheep's clothing. These guys are just wolves. They'll be misogynist 24/7. Y'all pretend. But man, when I went through the fucking tapes, not even looking for this, I truly saw how you mother truckers are. See what I did? Let me tell you what I did. I started seeing patterns and shit on the type of people that they had smoke with and the type of people they didn't have smoke with and the type of people they hung around and the type of people they didn't hang around. What they said about this person and that person. And I said, these dudes are super misogynists. And these poor women, they don't even know. Anyway, let me keep it going.
Regardless of whether or not you think that you're qualified or not. This is what I know for sure. No man should ever take advice from a woman on how it is that he's supposed to operate within this relationship.
And that is your arrogant perspective.
No, that's.
Let me pause right there. No man should be. I mean, let me let the tape roll. Let me let the tape roll.
The truth. No woman can ever teach a man how to be a man.
I agree. I already said that.
What about your mother? So then that would mean that you're not even qualified to have a conversation with a man when he's seeking. If a man is seeking advice from you, that means that he's not even where it is that he's supposed to be mentally, and he's seeking the wrong advice in the first place.
Your perspective.
I think. Listen, let me tell you what my opinion is. I believe that you, as a woman, especially as a part of the ministry, is already outside of your purpose because you shouldn't be in a leadership role in the church in the first place.
What a bitch ass nigga. If it wasn't for his father passing, he'd be in the same 40K job as everybody else. And I'll tell you one thing, she must be in the ministry and she must be a real religious person, because to sit there and listen to this bigot talk, man, she is better than me. He's a fake Christian. In my opinion, he's as fake as they come too. Because the one thing about Christianity is to treat people the way that you would want to be treated. I learned that in third grade? And he treats women like shit. Let's listen to some more. Here we go.
Okay.
You are outside of what the word of God is saying that you're supposed to be, because it's God over man, man over woman, woman over child.
Man, you hear this shit? It seems like the lower people are, the worse it's like this dude is like saying shit here that does not make sense. So she's supposed to take the advice of Pookie and Ray Ray. No matter what. And here's the funny thing. Isn't adultery a sin? Isn't adultery a sin? And this nigga right here sleeping around. That's what I mean by throwing rocks from glass houses. You walked into that one, bro. You want to, you know what's funny is he probably cheated on his wife the night before, and then the next day he's talking this kind of shit. That's crazy.
So you're outside of what God has ordained to be properly.
So basically, this is why people don't go to church, is because there's men like this in there. Super misogynists, I call them. What a disgusting person. And I've
as far as the hierarchy of how things are supposed to be in your household. You operating in your masculinity.
See, whatever leverage that Corey Holcomb had in this situation, he's lost it now due to the release of this video of him putting his hands on a woman.
If you watch any of my videos, and I've done videos on both of these dudes over the last couple of years, you will know that I made it clear both of these dudes are disgusting. There is no way on earth you're going to get a different answer. I'm waiting for something to come up with Corey. I mean, not with Corey, but with Anton. Anton's going to, I predict in the next year or two, Anton will be in the same situation Corey's in now, because they're both the same kind of men. They're both the same kind of men. Let me drop the link just in case somebody wants to come up. But let me, where's that at? Is that it? It's not it. There it is. I mean, the thing is that the thing is this, somebody, a lot of times people get into a situation where you need to choose a side or something like that. There's no side to choose here. It's one bandit against another one, which I wish it would always be like, to be honest with you. They're both disgusting men. You know, so if they're both disgusting men, right? Welcome to the stage, Darnell.
Hey, what's going on?
Just chilling. Can you hear me okay?
I'm sorry. I'm hearing some kind of delay on my end.
Yeah, that's weird. You know something? Hold on one second. There's something going on. Can you guys hear me okay in the chat? Let me know. I don't know why it's there. Let me see if my okay, let's see if that fixes it. You there? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Do you still hear the echo?
Hello?
Okay, there we go.
Hello?
All right, and Tev's on here.
Oh, great. Not Taz, bitch ass.
No, I said Tev to EV.
I'm talking Taz talking. Taz was talking on that video you finna play.
Oh.
The same Taz him and Nyla used to be buddy with Cynthia G.
Oh, okay.
Some years back.
It's like, I will say this one thing about you, Tevin. You are like the YouTube historian. You know all the beefs.
He sure does, man. That's FBI right there.
So what do you guys think?
DJ, I joined kind of late, but I got to be honest with you. I mean, I've been thinking about this, for the past couple of weeks. I mean, honestly, and it's not even just Red Pill. It's even the Passport Bros after the whole Floyd thing.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ. I mean, I never want to hear no more bullshit about men men are that we hold each other accountable, because that's a bunch of bullshit. I'm sorry, it's horseshit.
I was trying to tell y'all.
And then how about I was on TikTok today? It was a white T woman having she had a panel, and the topic of the panel was black. It was something about black women siding with white supremacy, and then it wasn't none but mostly preferences and black men, as usual, talking shit about black women, but they couldn't say. But one thing she brought up was abortion. Black women have a lot of abortions, but they didn't bring up the part about black femicide and DV. One black woman did, but they ignored it as usual.
They don't want to hear the truth, Tevin. That's all it is.
And then when white women pedestalize black men over their own men, that really pissed me the fuck off.
Wait. You said white women pedestalize black men?
Over white men, yeah, that's what they was doing at that TikTok I was in earlier.
Nah,
Yeah,
there's
they
no
was doing
way.
that. Yes, they was.
You sure it wasn't like clickbait or some kind
No,
of
it
what they
wasn't
call it, a
clickbait.
sketch?
It wasn't clickbait because it was more than one YT woman siding with black men about black women issues.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully that's just rage bait.
I
I'm
hope
hoping.
I don't go and I hope I don't walk in another one of those TikTok lives no time soon.
Well, I don't have a TikTok, so I wouldn't know. Like anytime you try to watch a TikTok video and you don't have a TikTok account, it don't work. It makes you try to sign up, and I don't
I've
want
been
to
on
sign up.
TikTok for a few years, and today was one of those days I randomly came across one of those videos and I just stayed in it.
Jesus.
I was trolling them in them comments, I could tell you that.
I'm just glad I don't have a TikTok.
This shit we see on YouTube is way worse on TikTok.
Yeah, I've seen like stuff that gets highlighted from TikTok on YouTube. I concur with that 100%. I mean, this whole thing, man, it's just nuts. And then uh like I said, I've made it no secret. I've said it on your show several times that I was a Fresh and Fit fan, man. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, after the last bit of shenanigans they pulled down, I was like, oh man. I mean, how do you preach about accountability and then want to play victim when your ass get banned from clubs because you want to play a song that is just offensive?
Right.
I'm so over a lot of this shit. It is ridiculous.
Yeah, you and me
They
both.
love talking about black women not being accountable. They never hold their preferences accountable, nor do they hold other black men accountable. But
No.
then if it's black women and white men, they love preaching about accountability for those two groups, but they never hold YT women accountable for raising all these damn school shooters and white nationalists and MAGA people. They never held them accountable for all that shit.
Well, I do disagree with you on one thing. I don't think they hold, especially in Black YouTube, they don't hold, white people in general, accountable.
That's what I was trying to say, but I hadn't got to that part yet.
I mean, it's crazy to me how we're as a demographic, we're the worst ones. We're the bad ones. Every time something happens, a black man commits a crime or a black woman commits a crime, then what I'm saying, we represent the collective, the whole race. One bad black person represents the entire race. But when a white person goes up, shoots a well, let me not say that, but you know what I mean. Does these mass unalivings
But
and
they get
things,
praised. A lot of them get praised for it
praise
in their
or
own
or
community.
they're lone wolves. You know, you ever heard that term, lone wolf?
I have, but I don't hear that often.
Is every time like you remember the South Carolina Dylan Roof,
Yeah, I remember that. That was a
lone
church
wolf.
aliver.
Yeah, lone wolf. That's how they described him. Lone wolf, crazy.
Darnell, can you read this message on the book on the
Yeah,
screen?
give me a second there. Darnell, why not tell at DJ how you tell your fellow red pill dudes about how you're mad about you gotta forgive me, DJ, my eyes. The bros not being silent enough in foreign countries while freaking. Uh, can you read it back to me one more time, DJ, just in case I didn't read it right?
I think you got it right. It says, Darnell, why not tell DJ how you tell your fellow red pill dudes about how you're mad about the bros not being silent enough in foreign countries while freaking.
Yes, I've said that on several occasions. You know, basically, if you're going to do certain things, and I said this multiple times about in the army, they had a saying, out of sight, out of mind. You know, you don't go out making all this noise and splashing. You don't go with your cameras, filming. I mean, if it's a case, you know, I'm not the morality police to where I'm going to, you know, sit there and monitor people in their bedrooms, what they can, and police them on what they should and shouldn't do, as long as it's between two consenting adults. But I will say this, especially when, you know, it's a very hot topic, you know, around the world. Let's just face it, it's just seen as degenerative behavior. And when you do stuff like this, and then you end up with the Floyds and God knows who else, the J Rellos of the world, you know, just like, you know, Tevin and I were talking earlier. When a black man does something stupid, gets caught, he represents the whole community. That's every black man with a damn passport. You know, so it's, you know, have I said, you know, about, yeah, keep, you know, do your freaking and stuff? Absolutely. If that's what you're into, that's what you want to do it. You know, just don't go filming. Don't, you know, draw attention to yourself while doing stuff like that. Stop using this stuff as content. It's not content. It's trash.
So basically, they're self-snitching.
Oh, they're singing like canaries, DJ. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
let's see. Okay. All right. So you guys got any last words for tonight?
One thing I will say is it could get better, but unfortunately, the shit is getting worse. And now it's out of hand. It been out of hand, but it's just worse than what it was.
So what do you think needs to change? Can't hear anything.
Tevin, was that question for Tevin or for me?
Well, you can answer too.
Okay. You know what needs to change? What kind of like what I had, you know, sent in your chat, DJ. Red Pill's dead. It's time to just, burning the damn thing to the damn ground, and rebuild. This just ain't the way. Like I really thought at one time the Red Pill was a way to, try to help young men, especially black, younger black men and black boys. I really thought in the beginning, that it was something. And let's just say, I'm sadly disappointed, in the results. It was just another one big giant grift.
That is true.
Yeah, just one big grift, people pushing personal agendas and I mean, just crazy agendas, period. I mean, hell, even defending other talking points that has nothing to do with you.
Yeah, that's true. Well, guys, I'll pop the link out earlier next time, but I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. I went 20 minutes over what I'm supposed to. Appreciate your input on tonight. Yeah, this is really weird what's going on with it seems like every time we run across these red pill dudes, they're doing something wrong. Let's try real hard right now. Let's think of a red pill guy who isn't in trouble.
if you can come up with one.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, it's an oxymoron at this point. I mean, just I understand we're all human. We all make mistakes, but it comes to a point where, okay, this isn't a mistake. This is the real you. This is you're not this alpha male. You're not about trying to improve the lives of other men. You're just selfish, grifter,
right.
And you don't give a damn about the community or, I mean, even the country as a collective. You don't give a damn as long as you just spew some BS and you can make some money.
Yep. Because we were talking about Anton earlier, how he's like supposed to be the community guy. And then he's supposed to be this millionaire who's going to teach you how to be, like him, right? Or at least, make money. And I ain't seen none of that happen.
Well, to be honest with you, DJ, they're all frauds. I mean, even like I said, I was a Fresh and Fit fan. But I've criticized. If it's one thing I've always criticized, I've been very critical on Fresh and Fit on, even when I was a fan of theirs, was their financial advice. I mean, literally, they had Bandman Kevo trying to teach you how to be rich. Keep in mind, he was a scammer, a fraud. Went to jail.
Yeah,
he went to jail. They had less. I don't watch Fresh and Fit anymore. I don't think anybody does anymore. But last video I recall seeing was they had a guy. I guess he's like the last of the crypto bros. Or no. I'm sorry. He wasn't a crypto bro. He was an options trying to teach. That scheme's been around for 10 years. Trying to scam people, try to teach options. And the guy sounded ignorant as all hell. I mean, you could tell he didn't know anything about trade. As a matter of fact, there was a guy that even called into the show that day, and even exposed him as a scammer. And the very first thing this idiot did was start to deflect and go to shaming tactics. ad hominem attacks. Now, keep in mind, Fresh and Fit and all these Red Pill guys, right? They all say the same thing. It's women, it's black women that use ad hominem attacks that are ignorant, that can't attack the argument, so they attack the person.
Right.
Look what they did. They started berating that caller. Anybody that calls them out or tries to hold them accountable, they berate, call names, and do ad hominem attacks. You know? So how do you try to hold black women accountable and try to call them out when you're guilty of the same thing? That's like a thief calling another man a thief.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to call it a night. Let me go ahead and hit the beat. Thank you guys for coming up. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Here we go.
J Torch. And friends. It's about to go down, baby. Yeah. Round and around and around. Yeah.
All right. Shout out to Act Natural Under Pressure, Charnel, and Tevin for showing up on the panel. Miss Palto in the mix. Angelo Reddick. Indiana Mom.
Pull up a chair, the family's here. Voices are warm, the vibe is clear.
Alexander Brandon.
DJ Torch and friends, it's about to go down. It's about to go down. Yeah. Laughter and truth, a gentle
Deontay
sound.
Grant.
Hearts open wide when the love goes round.
Henry Mars. I'd like to thank for everybody for spending this evening. And if you're on the East Coast, I know I started late. And a big shout out to all the replay games.